Lawyers for Mike Lindell were threatened by a federal judge this week with the potential loss of their law licenses in a case that was brought against Lindell by a former security official at Dominion Voting Systems. It is a defamation lawsuit. This former employee says, I was specifically targeted by Lindell. He has kind of cost me a lot here, with my life, my reputation, all that. So he's suing him for defamation, just like Dominion is suing him for defamation, just like Smartmatic is suing him for defamation. You see how it goes. But anyway, Lindell's lawyers had to file a motion this week with the judge, and I guess they just didn't have time to do it, so they used artificial intelligence to write the motion. And it's a pretty good motion. I mean, it cited almost 30 different legal cases. Unfortunately, none of them actually existed. And the attorneys either didn't bother to check the citations or didn't even read the motion. They just typed it into ChatGPT and said, all right, this looks great. Here you go, Judge. Ha ha. Let's get out of here early today. The judge was pissed, and the judge could immediately tell, due to the numerous citations of fictitious cases, that this was written by AI. Here is what federal judge, U.S. District Judge Nina Wang, wrote in her ruling. The court identified nearly 30 defective citations in the opposition. These defects include, but are not limited to, misquotes of cited cases, misrepresentations of principles of law associated with cited cases, including discussions of legal principles that simply do not appear within such decisions, misstatements regarding whether case law originated from a binding authority such as the United States Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit, misattributions of case laws to this district, and most egregiously, citation of cases that do not exist. The report goes on to say, Judge Wang has threatened attorney Christopher Kocharoff and associated attorneys with the loss of their licenses and is demanding an explanation. She continued in her ruling. Not until this court asked Mr. Kocharoff directly whether the opposition was the product of generative artificial intelligence did Mr. Kocharoff admit that he did, in fact, use generative artificial intelligence. After further questioning, Mr. Kocharoff admitted that he failed to cite-check the authority in the opposition after such use before filing it with the court, despite understanding his obligations under Rule 11 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. So it is a rule that the lawyers have to check the motions before you file them. And he's like, yeah, I didn't do it. I used AI. Yeah, I did these things. That's what the lawyer from Mike Lindell is admitting in court, yes, I did these things. Now what? Well, the judge has an answer to that too. Counsel will specifically address, under the oath subject to the penalty of perjury, the circumstances surrounding the preparation of the opposition to plaintiff's motion in Lamine, including but not limited to whether defendants were advised and approved of their counsel's use of generative artificial intelligence. So there's a chance, and she wants an answer to this, that Mike Lindell didn't even know his lawyers were doing this. But maybe he did, and maybe he approved it. So this is just the beginning. We're going to find out a lot more about this once these lawyers have to now go and testify under oath about what they did, why they did it, and who knew they did it, who approved they did it, and who did they keep in the dark. That's going to be hilarious. That is going to be the funniest thing I have ever seen happen in a court. Now, also, let me tell you this. This basically is for Mike Lindell himself. Mike, you got a lot of defamation lawsuits against you, bud, totaling more than $1 billion. If these are the lawyers, if these are the caliber of lawyers that you're going to use, here's my advice to you. Go get your checkbook. Start writing zeros. And stop when the plaintiffs tell you to stop. Because you are not going to win. You're going to lose spectacularly. And then Smartmatic, Dominion, hell, maybe even this guy are going to own your company, MyPillow. It's going to be their company. So, if these are the people you've got representing you, go ahead and get ready to lose everything. Because you will not win a single thing. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.